This is my camera setup. Don't you dare judge me. That's my bookshelf now. Yes, I am a lady. You can stop bugging me now that apparently I sound like a guy. Always have been, always will be. Chill out. That's my nightstand. Those are my swords. That's a gaming chair that was originally in the living room. It's in here now. Unmade bed's over there. You don't need to look at that. That is my billboard. I'm standing right here, and I've got a few things I want to talk about. So this is like take 350 some odd number, because every time I kept recording for a good 8 minutes, it would fuzz on me for some reason. So hopefully this doesn't come out as a bad thing. Okay, let's do this shit. So you might be wondering why I'm still here and not at the other university. Well, that is because that university decided to puke on me and not give me as much money as I thought I would, so I had to go back to the old school I used to go to and transfer there, get a different degree from communications to radio and television, and go to literature, and I'm standing here completely stressed and depressed about the fact that I am not going to be moving independently, so I had to move all my stuff back into here and pretty much just go back to my old original life. Did you get all that? Good, because if you got all that, I have something else I want to go into. So basically, my school life has completely shifted to this other school. But that's not what I'm here to talk about. I'm going to talk about that in a different day. The podcast I did about financial things and conundrums, that's, gotta stay. And I'll do a YouTube video, on something else. I knocked over my laptop. I'm not editing that out. That's staying. And the reason why I had to do this makeshift thing is takes 2 seconds to explain this, but you know how if this is the bottom and this is the monitor head, so it closes like this, the fan below it gets so hot that this base down here gets super, super hot. So you know what my solution is? Going like that and balancing this on top. You see this action going on here? This is not safe, but that's what I have to do to let it cool off because the fan builds up so much heat. I want a cooling tablet thing, but that ain't happening, yo. Not at all. This girl's cheap. I'm a poor motherfucker. So let's get to the task that I really wanted to talk about. First off, I've been really thinking a lot about literature. That's the degree I'm going to be going for instead of my communications, but I've been thinking a lot more about my story and this world I'm building in my head and what I'm going to do with it. Because I'm trying to think of what form of presentation to do this in. So I had a choice between movies, vlogs, audio podcasts. Should I write it as a book? Should I make a video game? Should I make an app on the phone for you to detect these phenomenons that are occurring in these other worlds? Should I do something along those lines? What format am I going to do this story in? And the easiest one for me personally is probably going to be writing. You type on a WordPad. Application-wise, sounds easy. Creativity-wise, not so easy. So we're going to have to do it that way. But the reason why I'm making this video in the first place is because I kind of want to get something off my chest about the story. And that's that I'm realizing that journals and notebooks are kind of a theme. What I mean by that is that I've been doing a theme, and that is creating journals for the characters in the book. And they're writing down their accounts of these phenomenons that are occurring in the worlds. This one is this thick so far. I think that's a pretty decent amount written so far. But this one is actually a professor who learns about the phenomenons and decides to keep track of it. Except there's a lot of personal information in it. So he, at the end of when this journal is written, he will mark this at the end of it. Book of Shadows, which is what he decides to mark it as. And it's interesting how the more I look at notebooks, the more ideas keep popping into my mind. Say, for example, this is another notebook that I found at I think it was at Staples, and I really like it. It makes for a great journal for a traveler because it also has a pocket, and you can stick stuff in there. And then I thought, holy crap, that'd be a great idea for a D&D campaign. So I've been doing the D&D campaign a while now. It's just that I had to quit due to school, and now I'm coming back. So I want to start the D&D campaign over again. And I want to use these props that I have here at my disposal. The thing is I'm not exactly sure how to do that without feeling like I'm spoiling myself of the story. I want to record these said campaigns, but I'm not sure how to do it without spoiling the story. So I want to do something with it. I want to take these ideas and do something with it. I just don't know what. So in the meantime, I will be writing journals for the characters as a kind of an exercise to kind of practice what the characters are doing, who they are as characters and whatnot, and what they do in the story. For me, using these journals has given me a way to explore the characters as well as, for at least the professor's case, the phenomenons that occur. So what have you done as writers or as creative artists, whether you're doing game design or whatnot, to allow those creativity fluids to flow? So in the meantime, I'm gonna do some of that and probably hang out with my boyfriend tonight online because we be nerds. And he lives a state away. We're gonna be watching the history of Power Rangers. If you have not watched the history of Power Rangers, what is wrong with you? Go watch it. Linkara is amazing. I'll talk to some of you guys later. Peace out, and hopefully this didn't fuzz out on me. We're just kind of hoping that it doesn't fuzz out on me. Okay, bye. I've done this like 50 million times. You'd think I'd have this down by now. There we go. So you might be wondering why I'm still in this room and not up in the... Yeah, see? Cursed myself. So you might be wondering why I'm still here and not at the other university. Well, that is because that university decided to puke on me and not give me as much money as I thought I would, so I had to go back to the old school I used to go to and transfer there, get a different degree from communications to radio and television, and go to literature, and I'm standing here completely stressed and depressed about the fact that I am not going to be moving independently, so I had to move all my stuff back into here and pretty much just go back to my old original life. Did you get all that? Okay, you know what? That was good. We're keeping that. Hopefully this is all good.